Okay, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. Regarding speaking to WendyV, whom I respect quite a bit. I like Wendy. I'm not her favorite person, but I really like Wendy. It was, I had a conversation with her, and it seems as if, I didn't see it, but it seems as if what I've been told was that German lady is encouraging people to make a CPS call on Stephh. Now, I didn't see that, but that's what was relayed to me. And as someone who we have had them, over the past 15 years with Facebook and YouTube, at least 5 times, people would use CPS to exact revenge. And I don't think anyone on here deserves to have CPS called on them. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with people calling out for people to call CPS on someone. It's different to drag and maybe put up a police record or something like that, and have some opinions and stuff like that. But CPS is dangerous. CPS is very corrupt. In my opinion, they are legal kidnapping. CPS definitely goes after blonde-haired, blue-eyed little girls in between the ages of 6 and 10. And there's a lot of controversy around them because they have there's no accountability for them. Family courts are totally different than criminal courts. You don't get the same rights. And all it takes is an inexperienced CPS worker who just doesn't like you to make up things, and the family courts generally believe them. I've told people to look at Senator Nancy Schaefer's case out of Georgia when she began to speak up against CPS, and she was doing quite a good job of exposing them and their accountability and their lack of accountability, and she ended up murdered along with her husband. It's Nancy Schaefer. Go ahead and look at that, and look at some of the stories of these children that have come out of CPS. CPS, it's a money-making thing. They get funding. The states get funding from the federal government for every child that is legally kidnapped from into CPS. And a lot of times the first thing they do to upgrade that funding, because they get more if they put the child on some type of drug, which keeps the pharmacists and doctors and psychologists and child caseworkers in business. CPS is corrupt. And those that are using CPS to call on people, it's terrible. Anyone can make a call, and then they have to come out and check it. These anonymous calls. It should be a charge on a person if they make a call and CPS doesn't find anything. And I do believe that there are some good CPS workers out there that really want to do the right thing. But a lot of times they drop the ball. But I just wanted to make it perfectly clear that I'm not down for any CPS calls on anybody out here, no matter what they've done or said to me. If we have an issue with someone's parenting, we can talk about it here. I don't think anybody's children are on here outside of, I guess, that Shanny person. I don't think I've seen anybody's children being abused. People parent different ways. Like, I'll give you an example. I really like the way Amanda Lynn, when her kids come around, she turns the mic off. Because she knows that there's people out there that take anything that you say or do and twist it. And anyone can make a call, and CPS will have to investigate it. And they can do that anonymously. Some states, they don't have to. You can get the person called. Colorado is one of them. But I would just, encourage people to stop with the CPS and shit. Really. Don't encourage people to call CPS on any YouTuber, or no matter how much you like or dislike them. So I wanted to put that out there for Wendy, because she had I had a talk with her, and the reason I'm going back and forth with Stephh and TNT and Sarah is because they want to nitpick. They want to play. They want to have fun. They want to build their channels and collect, in some cases, bash for cash at my expense. And I don't work that way. I just, if you want to play games with me, then fine. And if they want to do this at my expense, that's fine. But when I give it back to you, don't cry. And, if people feel like she's been doxxed, well, you know what? I know crap goes on behind the scenes. TNT is a doxer. You know what I'm saying? Stephh she just needs to shut up and quit pestering people. And if you're going to pester and harass and annoy people, it's going to come back your way. It's really nothing personal. It's just YouTube drama. I don't hate anybody on here. I don't want to see someone's demise.
Nope.
I don't care for Sarah the way that she's playing victim, and I've been showing examples of how she does that. And if she stops talking about me, that's all she has to do is stop talking about me, and I won't mention her. I think that's a pretty simple request. But at any rate, if people want to be nasty, then we can be nasty back. But CPS is not the way to go, and I don't think anyone should be using a government entity like that, unless if you see someone harming a child, that's different. I guess there are some successful CPS cases, but I did a study one time in 2013, just in Ohio alone, there were 343 deaths of children that were under CPS care. And I've just seen so much corruption. It used to be something that I covered a lot, and it was brought up a couple times when they came out here, and it's corrupt, and I think people should stop doing it in all seriousness. Outside of the dragging and the going back and forth and the freestyle and all that, CPS is no good for nobody, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I'll give you an example of some of the CPS workers that are on here. Jennifer Lynn. Remember, while she's in the chats, behaving the way that she does towards people, that at one point in time, she used to make decisions regarding whether or not a family should keep their kids or not. Jennifer Lynn. She used to be a CPS worker. You think about that.